Hey, what is up, everybody? Hopefully, everybody can hear me. We are starting right away because we got some breaking, breaking news. Okay. Like, this is fantastic, great true crime news. I love when I'm able to do this. I was listening to BJ reading the Britney Spears book and then saw this pop up on Twitter. So I had to go over here and talk about it. Okay. Wim, Cape, everybody, welcome. Cash. I'm going to give everybody some time to get in here. And then we're really going to get into this. We have a statement direct from the Montana Attorney General's office. Okay. Okay. This is great news. I'm excited about this news. Let me tell you, for those that don't know what this true crime story is about, Alicia Navarro was a missing teen that went missing for about 4 years. Mama never gave up. Okay. She was a missing teen out of Arizona, and she was one for me. It was a huge story because it was one of the first true crime stories that I ever did on my channel, and I had the opportunity to interview mom on this here. Some of our footage was used on 10 to Life. Shout out to 10 to Life, and they gave us credit and whatnot, which is awesome. So I wanted to break this because I saw this on Twitter. So we finally have an arrest. Yes. So Alicia Navarro appears back. I think it was the summer when we broke the story. Arizona, Glendale, Arizona had a press conference about Alicia having been found in Montana. Okay, for those that don't really remember the story, and a lot of us were left like, what is going on? Alicia walked into a police station in Havre, Montana, and basically told them that she wanted to be removed from their missing persons, you know, poster. She wanted to get a driver's license and whatnot. So after that, of course, they let mom know, and it come to find out, that she was missing, right? But somebody was keeping this girl. She was a teenager when she was gone. She was gone for a good, like, 4 years. Somebody was harboring her. So the Montana Attorney General's office filed a sexual abuse of children's charges against a man connected to previously missing Arizona teen. So the Montana Attorney General's office is charging a Montana man linked to a previously missing Arizona teen with two felony counts of sexual abuse of children resulting from child sexual abuse material found on his cell phone. Attorney General Austin announced today the charges were filed under seal last week to help ensure a safe arrest of the defendant. Remember, we were here and we were talking about, well, what's next? What's going to happen here? Is anybody going to be charged? Now we know that this is real. Like, these investigators were really working through this, right? Agents from the Montana Department of Justice Division of Criminal Investigations, DCI, and the Blaine County Sheriff's Department arrested Edmund Davis, 36, Monday afternoon in Chinook. Chinook? Chinook? I think that's how you say it. Chinook, Montana. The child sex abuse material was found on his cell phone, which was seized when a search warrant was executed in Havre, Montana earlier this year. Davis is being held in the Hill County Detention Center on a $1 million bond as ordered by State District Court Judge K.D. Snipes Ruiz. In July, the Havre Police Department served a search warrant on Davis's apartment. Okay, let me stop right there. Y'all remember when, and Glendale wasn't saying anything, but there was a student that was being interviewed. Oh, I'm sorry, it is not Minnesota. It is Montana. Sorry, let me correct that. But I can't correct that right now, but I'll definitely correct it when I'm done with this live. Thank you, though. Y'all remember when there was a student that was being interviewed, he because it's like a college town in this Havre place, right? And she was living in this apartment, and there was a college student that was talking about the fact that Oh, some policemen came up there and took somebody in handcuffs. And then the Arizona Glendale PD was asked about that. And they were like, no, that never happened. We're still investigating. They were trying to keep things under wrap, which makes sense. Well, now we know that there was somebody that was held at some point. Okay. There was somebody clearly. They had a person of interest. Now, I don't think that this is the alleged boyfriend. I mean, I don't think that that's his name. I don't think it's Edmund Davis. Okay, but let me just put that out there, and I'm gonna pull some of my videos that I did. At the very least, some of the ones that I did. It had to be in August. Okay. All right. Let me finish reading this, and then we'll pull some of those videos. Okay. So Whew. So in July, the Havre Police Department served a search warrant on Davis's apartment after learning that a woman who went missing from Glendale, Arizona as a 14-year-old in 2019 was living there. When she answered the door, officers observed Davis in the kitchen behind her throwing a cell phone into a trash can and placing items on top of the phone as as if to hide it. Dozens of images of suspected child abuse material were located on the device, confirmed to belong to Davis. Following their protocols, Glendale police selected 10 images from those found and brought them to medical experts. The review determined that the individuals depicted to be under the age of 13, with two images of children under the age of 5. The phone and other electronic devices found during the search were transferred into the custody of the DCI Computer Forensics Unit in Helen. DCI agents then obtained a separate search warrant for the electronics and identified a known child abuse material photo series and other evidentiary images. The phone contained images of infants, toddlers, and other computer generated or animated content showing children being sexualized. The first count of sexual abuse of children for knowingly possessing electronic communication images of a child or children under the age of 12 of age or younger engaged in sexual conduct carries 100 years prison sentence, 25 of which may be suspended or deferred. Oh my God. The second count of child abuse can result in imprisonment for life with the minimum sentence of 4 years. According to the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children, child sexual abuse material is any visual that depicts sexual abuse and exploitation of children. Not only do these images and videos document victims' exploitation and abuse, but when these files are shared across the internet, child victims suffer re-victimization each time the image of their sexual abuse is viewed. So, oh my God. And they gave us the charging documents too. So the Assistant Attorney General Dan, I'm not even going to try to say his last name, is prosecuting the case, which was investigated by Havre Police Department, Glendale, Arizona Police Department, and the Montana Division of Criminal Investigations. OMG. Hold up. We got the documents right here, yo. Right here. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wow. 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 So I'm wondering if this was a whole ring that was going on. Right. Right. I'm looking at the comments, you guys. I'm trying not to get distracted. Let me take a sip out of my coffee because this is just great true crime news. I know, Erica, isn't that just like a horrible situation having to be a doctor and examine those? But that's what they have to do. And, unfortunately, that's what they have to do. So here is the documents. It's about 8 pages. Versus Edmund Davis. Let me see if I can Google search Edmund Davis. Oh Lord, I'm sure that there is a photo. No way! No, oh my God. Yo, it's the boyfriend. It's the boyfriend that she was living with. This is the New York Post. 36-year-old boyfriend of of teen runaway, Alicia Navarro slapped with child porn charges. The boyfriend, this guy right here, yo, this guy. So his mom lived at a reservation, okay? And he, oh my God. So his first name is Edmund, which would makes it now it's coming back to me. His name is Eddie, right? Edmund Davis was arrested October 23rd. He was arrested yesterday. Oh my it was the boyfriend the whole time. Well, what do you know, right? Because there's a huge age difference between them, remember? Y'all remember that? It's a huge age difference. Yeah, she was 14 and she was groomed online. This is him. This is him. Right. It only makes sense if he was being held captive. Well, they're going to be, listen, they're throwing the book. The boyfriend of a runaway teen, Alicia Navarro, has been charged with sexual abuse of children. So, wait a minute. And it wasn't, there was other children, you guys. Okay? Keep that in mind. There were other children. Geek Me Out says, yes, I'm so glad the police went after that 36-year-old dude. I wonder if the young lady is suffering from Stockholm. Right? That's what I would think. There was other children in those pictures, you guys. Other. So the cell phone and other material was seized in July after Navarro, who disappeared from a home in Arizona at the age of 14 in 2019, had presented herself to the police in Havre, Montana, and said she wanted to be taken out of the missing persons list. Shortly after interviewing Navarro, now 18, police served a search warrant for the apartment where they learned she was living with Davis. This is the guy that they took. Here it is, guys. This child predator, okay? That is him. That is him. That was him the whole time. But the thing is, you guys, it doesn't stop right there. You have to understand. There were other children. Other he had possession of other kids, toddlers and infants. He had possession of other pornography. The guy is a child predator completely. Now I know he has not been charged, but listen. This is too much. So this is what child sexual abuse of a child. On or about July 26th of 2023, the defendant committed the offense of sexual abuse of children by knowingly possessing by electronic communication images of a child or children 12 years of age or younger engaged in sexual conduct, actual or simulated. Because the victim was 12 years old of age or younger, the offender was 18 years of age or older at the time of the offense. This offense is punishable by provisions of Montana Code by a term of imprisonment of not less than 100 years. They're going to be throwing the books at him. But here's the deal, yo. He met her online. If this is the guy, he met her online. She was in Arizona and she walked to the police station in Montana, you guys. So this is like federal. These are multiple states involved in this. Y'all understand this? This is for those that are coming in, Alicia Navarro, the man that she was with, the alleged boyfriend, okay, is actually the man that has now been charged with 2 felonies counts of sexual abuse with also pornography found in his devices. For those that are coming in, the man that New York Post, the Daily Beast, all these people were taking pictures of at the reservation. Because, mind you, they moved out of the apartment to go move to the reservation, okay? There has been an official charge. Yo, and I gotta close some of these tabs down, you guys. This guy right here, Eddie. If you guys remember, he was the one that was working at Walmart. The girlfriend was alleged. He called the girlfriend the cousin. Okay, I hate to say it that way, but that's like how he would refer her. So she was staying with him the whole time. The whole time. I also wonder if he was using Alicia to target others. It wouldn't surprise me, generally, Jenny. It would not surprise me. Wow, I can't imagine that these have been through and seen. Right, but the thing is though, like, all right, let me stop. Let me finish reading the charging document, okay? Because I'm just getting so hyped up with this news, okay? So, witnesses now known to the state are as following. The Department of Investigation, or excuse me, the Department of Criminal Investigations, Agent Brian Cassidy, Glendale, Arizona, Detective Cindy Shutter, all witnesses listed in discovery, and all witnesses needed for foundation, impeachment, or rebuttal. Date October 17th. Man, they knew they were going to come down on this guy for charges, okay? Mm-mm. Taking a drink of my coffee. So, state of Montana, Daniel, an assistant attorney general for the state of Montana, moves the court for leave to file information and after first being duly sworn upon oath alleges based on the information and belief the defendant Edmund Davis has committed offenses of sexual abuse of a child, okay, and sexual abuse of children, and then count two sexual abuse of children, okay. It is in the state's belief that the following facts provide probable cause that defendant Edmund Davis committed the alleged offense. Montana Department of Justice Division of Criminal Investigation Agent Brian Cassidy has probable cause to believe that the offense of sexual abuse of children in violation with Montana Code had been committed based on the following facts. Agent Cassidy learned from Detective Sidney, a detective with Glendale Police. Um, Department, excuse me, that a 14-year-old child went missing in Glendale, Arizona, and had recently was located as an adult in Havre, Montana. Detective, I think it's Sutter, reported to Agent Cassidy that Alicia, the missing girl, was living with an adult male by the name of Edmund Davis. Subsequent investigation and warrant proceeds. Um, process through Arizona lead to a child sexual abuse material being found on Edmund's phone, which is identified as a black and dark blue Moto G cell phone, which was seized from a search warrant completed in Havre, Montana. Whew. A brief of that investigation conducted by Glendale PD is below, as Agent Cassidy understands. A 14-year-old, Alicia Navarro, went missing on September 15th in 2019. Between approximately 200 and 600 hours. Alicia is a high functioning autistic child who was enrolled in Arizona, who was enrolled in school in Phoenix, Arizona, but resides in Glendale, Arizona. Multiple agencies joined the investigation, but no leads were able to come to fruition on the whereabouts of Alicia. On Sunday, July 23rd, 2003, excuse me, 2023, a female came to the Havre Police Department at 520 4th Street, Havre, Montana, and stated that she is Alicia Navarro and wished to be taken off the missing persons list. The officers at the Havre Police Department contacted Glendale Police Department to verify the status of the missing person status and informed the local FBI who responded to the lead resources. Alicia would also go on to properly identify herself by providing information not only that not only Alicia Navarro would know, as well as having the same physical characteristics that Alicia Navarro was known to have, such as birthmarks. Well, at the Havre Police Department, it was learned that Alicia wanted to be removed from the missing persons list as she wanted to begin her life as an adult. Wow, let me stop right here. Let me stop right here. So, this is the details that we've been wanting to hear about what happened. Let me take a drink of my coffee, okay? 1 second, guys. I got somebody at my door. 1 second. Let me get some more coffee. Yes, yes, I'm back. Okay, sorry guys. I mean, this is just whoo, can I just say this is great true crime news. However, I'm just like, now that we know, and some of you guys were in the chat when we first broke the story, and then we kept talking about the boyfriend. Some of you guys in the chat were like, Rabbit, the boyfriend, he sounds suspect to me. He sounds like he has more to this than what people are saying. And I'm just like, wow, you're like, y'all were absolutely right. Y'all were absolutely right. And the fact that they even found more material in here, like that is just insane to me. Okay? We don't know what this looked like for Alicia Navarro. I'm just hoping that I mean, what do you do here? What do you make of this, right? Hold up. Let me type this up real quick and get this wow, guys. Wow. Wow. Okay. And I'm just so happy to break this news to you guys, and you guys have been following. He's definitely, I mean, for sure, right? So here we go. On June 26th of 2023, a search warrant was executed on an apartment in which Alicia Navarro and Edmund Davis were residing in. Edmund had been seen in the presence of Alicia before she went up to the Havre PD and was later identified as Alicia's boyfriend. Huh. Y'all remember that? Because people, oh my God, Just Jules, shout out to Just Jules. People were talking about this. I just did a video about how they let her go on about her life and no one was charged with anything. And yeah, and proceeded with what was possibly sending. I'm so happy to hear this is right. Right. Like I'm uh is this the man? I guess we'll find out here as we're reading these charging documents, but is this the man that she met online in 2019 and he took her to so many states? Like that, just oh wow, just craziness. Okay, so upon making contact at the door, Alicia stated no one was present at the apartment but her. Though officers observed Edmund in the kitchen behind Alicia, Edmund was seen throwing a cell phone into the trash and placing items on top of said phone. Wow. Officers finished executing the warrant, seizing 3 cell phones, including one from the trash can in the kitchen, one HP laptop computer, and one Xbox One. These items were transported back to the Glendale Police Department. It should be noted that Glendale PD learned more information concerning Alicia's disappearance in 2019 during the execution of a resident warrant in Havre and in follow up interviews with people close to the parties involved. This led them to believe that further information could be gathered about how Alicia came to be living in Havre, Montana. So back in 2019, hold up. It should be noted that Glendale PD learned more information concerning Alicia's disappearance in 2019 during the execution of a resident warrant in Havre. I got you. So they learned a lot more about the details of what came about her disappearance and how maybe she wind up in Havre, Montana, right? Warrants were obtained for the information located in the electronic devices to further the investigation into Alicia's disappearance in 2019 on August 9th, 2023. During the search of these devices, it was learned that the device that was placed in the trash can 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 most likely belong to Edmund. Oh man. This was due to the fact that he logged into many of his accounts on the device, and he was designated owner slash user of the device. Glendale detective also located child sexual abuse material. They call it CSAM. I've never heard of that. CSAM is defined by the National Center of Missing Exploited Children as imagery or videos that depict sexual abuse and exploitation of children. Not only do these images and videos document victims' exploitation and abuse, but when these files are shared across the internet, child victims suffer re-victimization. This is like copy and paste of the little media release. Each time the image of their sexual abuse is viewed. Glendale notes that there was over 80 images located on the device determined to be Edmund's device. Per their protocol, they selected 10 images from those found and brought them to received a sexual maturity rating at the Phoenix Children's Hospital. Of the 10 images provided, 9 were rated. 7 of those 9 were rated as children under the age of 13, and the other 2 were rated as children under the age of 5. So was Edmund just, thank you, Stormy. Edmund was just looking at this material, like, while Alicia was there too? That is a great question. Where's Alicia now that he's been arrested? Because remember, is she at the reservation? Because remember, he had moved to the res because the mob, right? Yes, these are infant kids. I gotta blow my nose, you guys. 1 second. You think Callie says, I think he's been with them the whole time. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's keep reading, okay? Oh my goodness. So 7 of the 9 images were rated as children under the age of 13, and the other 2 were rated as children under the age of 5. Okay? So Agent Cassidy was contacted concerning the images found on Davis's phone. Agent Cassidy requested the electronics that appeared to be used by Edmund Davis be transferred to the DCI for computer forensics unit in Helena, Montana. That was identified to be a black Moto G cell phone, the same phone that was attempted to be concealed in the trash can, and a laptop that appeared to be shared and used by Edmund and Alicia. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Back it up. That was identified to be a black Moto G cell phone, the same phone that was attempted to be concealed in the trash can, and a laptop that appeared to be shared and used by Edmund and Alicia. Shared. Shared. I heard that, Nikki. I heard shared. I mean, I I see this as, she was 14 when she went missing. Okay, I cannot. He's 36. He's 36. So that was the biggest thing. Hold up, what do you guys say? Not really rated, but age by CP, and CP is CP. Gotcha. But damn, that's a huge age range. Oh, yes, it is. But they were sharing this computer. Yeah, she must have been hella brainwashed. Jules, I would have to agree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? This is why I'm like, understanding of that. And then also, I don't know what her developmental age is. Okay, she's a high functioning autistic. I mean, my cousin who has autism is very high functioning, very very smart. However, I don't know what their social emotional age is, and that's something to kind of keep in mind as well. As far as development goes, I definitely, Callie, it's giving me Stockholm, but like, we just don't know. We don't know. That is true, Nicole. They could have had two different sign-ins or logins, right? Okay. So the following devices seized from the defendant's residence were transferred to Agent Cassidy's possession. So I had a black and a dark blue Moto G cell phone bearing an IMEI, and there's the number. I'm not going to read the number out. And then a red HP laptop model, whatever, numbers. And then Agent Cassidy obtained a search warrant to allow him to conduct a search of the above stated devices for child sexual abuse material and data pertaining to the access, acquiring, possession, and possible dissemination of said material as defined by the MCA. Agent Cassidy conducted a forensic examination of the above referenced cell phone and laptop. Cassidy found the Moto G device in which the CSAM images were located was in fact logged into Eddie Davis' Google account, Facebook account, and had a Gmail address using his name within. Oh my God. Cassidy began looking at the images stored at the devices, immediately taking note of photo album name Jimmy Nude 03, noting that it is of a known CSAM series. In this series, a young male child, oh Lord. All right, I'm a trigger warning because we're about to read some very graphic stuff, okay? And do me a favor, guys, like trigger warning, okay? Just keep that in mind. If I'm about to get as I'm gonna read it as is, okay? In this series, a young male child is in various states of nudity, exposing his genitals and pouring what appears to be whipped cream in his body. Cassidy says that these 20 pictures were extracted from a zip file downloaded from a file hosting server where CSAM can be obtained. Other images found on the device were found in a cache or thumbnail format. A cache is part of the browser of a local folder on your phone that stores some of the material about the websites you visit, making them load faster when you return to them. So the cache images, or cache, as some of you guys would say, and files show a user's past activity, even if that activity was attempted to be hidden or obscured by other means. Some of the images Cassidy notes are evidentiary as follow. Still images, an apparent prepubescent female laying on her back wearing a pentagram leather bondage harness that appeared to be an adult male is having anal intercourse with the child. Still images, an apparent prepubescent female laying on her back giving manual stimulation to an adult male's penis above. The images is captured as dad daughter and is stamped with a known CSAM host you are. Still images, an apparent young boy naked and straddling what appears to be an adult male. The male is holding his exposed penis under against the boy's buttocks. The images is captured boys is stamped with the same CSAM host URL noted above. Still image an apparent prepubescent female naked who appears to be distressed and adult male is holding her head within his hands while standing naked in front of her. This places the child's face in line with the male erect penis. So is he in the pictures or is he just possessing the images? Cassidy notes the presence of other images of infants and toddlers. Cassidy also notes that both male and female children are present in the imagery discovered. There were also multitude of pictures found that are computer generated or animated content showing apparent children being sexualized. As Agent Cassidy is requesting an arrest warrant for Edmund Davis, his date of birth, I don't give a shit. I'm going to say it out loud. Damn it. November 26, 1986, for the crime of sexual abuse of children as stated in Montana Code. As Davis knowingly possessed CSAM imagery on his phone in which a child is engaged in sexual conduct, actual or simulated. Accordingly, the affiant moves the court for leave to file the requested information. And that is, my friend, the 8 documents. So he had this in his possessions. Jules both, right? Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. Yeah, yeah, you notice that too? Yeah, I would definitely agree with your comment too. It's like her autism would have made it easier. That's what I'm saying is even though she is 14 and she's high, people get this confused when it comes to autism. As somebody who, you know, is a social worker by trade, master's degree, and all that other stuff. We have to understand that social emotional development, it varies for everyone. It's going to be different for everyone, right? So, like, that's why that is the question. I would not be surprised if I were to talk to Alicia Navarro right now and I were doing an assessment, that her approach is always going to be very childlike because I don't know what age or where kind of her growth, her social emotional is at this point. We don't know what abuse she saw and what she accepted as being something okay and accepting of it. So this is why I'm like, I wonder um how her where she's at in her social emotional, development. And this is something that for the rest of her life, no matter what age she turns, it's going to be an ongoing thing. Like, I truly hope, I don't know how cooperative she's going to be in this situation. And so then I truly hope that she gets the support that she needs because she's going to need it. okay? Especially if she has developed a relationship with her abuser for so many years, okay? I hope that she gets the support that she needs it, right? I definitely too. And part of that is it goes back to her social emotional, where she's at. Does she understand what she has been through and what she is? We don't know what she has seen, right? So just kind of keeping that in mind. Thank you so much, Ms. Liz. I appreciate you for agreeing with me. But just the thought of what I've seen as far as autism and how that all goes. So this is the arrest doc. Okay. Yes, exactly. Evil Queen. I love that you said that because that is so true. I'm going to share this tab right here. So this is a New York Post. This is Eddie. This is the Eddie. We've been showing pictures. If y'all remember in August, they moved out of the apartment to quote unquote allegedly, because I don't know if there's any truth to this, but excuse me, they were trying to get away from the media. Okay, the media was following them. They were trying to get away from the media. I honestly think that they were trying to, like, they went to the reservation, and I don't know if he thought that being in the reservation, um he thought he would have had some level of protection. You know what I'm saying? Because we talked about law enforcement and the reservation the last time we were live. So I find this to be very interesting that he thought somehow. Yeah, there were pics of him moving. Exactly, Pebbles. We showed those. We did. Pika, he how did he get caught? The arrest was silent. It sounds like when you go to the shoot over here, let's go right over here to the media release, it sounded like they had to kind of move very silently. Where did it say? Here it is. Agents from the Montana Department of Justice Division of Criminal Investigations and the Blaine County Sheriff's Office Department arrested Edmund Davis, 36, Monday afternoon in Chinook, Montana. The child sex abuse material was found on his phone, which was seized when a search warrant was executed in Havre earlier this year. So he is being held at the detention center for a $1 million bond. And then in July, hold up, there were dozens of images. There was something that said here about the arrest that they had to be kind of like quiet about it. Where did I see that? A man linked to previously missing Arizona teen with 2 felony counts of child abuse. Yada yada yada. Where did I read that? I read that somewhere. I read that somewhere. Yes, I read that somewhere. Hold up. Sorry, y'all. I'm stuck on this. She was living there. Dozens of images were found. The phone was identified. The first camp. Where did I read that? I read that somewhere. That they had to like uh arrest him right away. Not only do these images, so basically they arrested him yesterday on the 23rd. That's what they did. Man, I swear I read that somewhere. Why do I feel like I'm making this up? Was living with him since July, is discovered safe. Okay, I don't know where I got that from. I must have got it. I read it from somewhere. So, hold up. Shortly after reviewing, Navarro 18 now served a search warrant for the apartment. So he was arrested yesterday, and they had to kind of like do it quietly. This is what I read somewhere, and I can't remember where. But I don't know. Did they arrest him at the reservation? At the res? Did he move here thinking that he wasn't going to be like caught? There wasn't going to be anything? Because I remember that the reservation was concerned about all this media publicity that they were getting and being concerned of all of it. Yeah, I still want to know where her dad is or was. Did he pass? I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question. I mean, he's facing at least 100 years, you know? Sorry I'm late, but I felt like he took her to, that's what I'm saying, Candy. Because, like, they have, and I've never lived in a res or anything like that, but from what I've heard is they have different laws and different things. But the reservation, I wouldn't be surprised if they, like, were like, yeah, we're going to comply. Hey, we're going to comply with, can you get that away from the dog? Thank you. Sorry, the dog's over here. We're going to comply with police because maybe this is not the attention that they wanted to get, and they saw Alicia as the victim as well here, which in my opinion she is. Yeah, it's federal land, right, Pebbles? A lot of exactly, Pebbles. A lot of members spoke out of concern for Alicia Navarro. They were concerned for the girl, and I remember that. I thought my thought is the reservation won't protect. I didn't think that they would. Well, clearly they probably didn't. You're a member of the subreddit, been active since you showed up at the station. I'm new to your channel. There are things in the subreddit that haven't been made news. Well, I'm not aware of the subreddit. If you want to share it with me, I could definitely. Like, is it called something different than what? Like, is it Alicia Navarro? Because I don't know. I might be part of it and not even know it. Hold up. Let me see if I can search it up. Is it the community with 4.4K members? Yeah, I'm not part of that one. Let me know. Is it that one? Okay. I think I found it. Let me go over here. And shout out to you. And hey, listen, I would not be mad if you decided to share a video on the subreddit. I need to join. Let me join. Okay. So gotcha. Alicia's mom posted about the arrest. Oh, did she? See, and that's where I contacted Alicia's mom when I interviewed her almost 2 years ago. She posted about the arrest. Hold up. Let's see what she posted on the Facebook group. She did. She did. Shout out to Jessica Nunez. Oh my God. Yo, and this has been so I could tell that this has been so hard on Jessica's having to post this because people were hounding this lady, the media and whatnot. So she just shared this article on her finding Alicia Navarro. Man connected to Alicia Navarro arrest on child sex abuse charges. This is out of Phoenix. This is an hour ago.
Crews are still cleaning up. Fox's Bowen Kurdrovich is live in Acresman, Louisiana, with more. What are you seeing
breaking
out
the
there?
news?
And,
Yes.
what an awful scene.
This is great news.
Troy, Desiree, well, it is now over 24 hours since the pileup, and crews are still working to take out the debris from I-55. You can see some of the lights from the crew vehicles behind me. What I've been seeing here all day is just chunks of
that is not on
being
Alicia
taken away,
Navarro.
many just charred
Hold
from the
up.
fire that was on.
I thought they were going to play something on Alicia. Okay, mama. Okay. Come on. Here you go. Sorry, y'all. Mommy duty's called. This is not on Alicia Navarro at all. I thought there would be a report. I guess not. They don't have it up yet. Hold up. Let me see if I can go back to the Facebook group. Facebook. Yeah, no, this is not a report on that. This is just the news at noon. That's all. Let me see. One sec, y'all. One sec. Let's see. I thought it would be a report on that, but it's not. The Montana General's Office says 36-year-old Edmund Davis has been charged with 2 felony counts of child sex abuse of children. But one thing I don't understand is, I'm confused. Is it just on the pornography piece on the phone? Are they not charging them with her disappearance too? Oh my God! Look at how look at that. Because I'm not hearing that they're charging her. Are they charging him at all with with Alicia's disappearance? No, man, she's a great mom. She's a great mom. I'm trying. Okay, wait, hold up. What did you say? I'm trying to figure this out. I'm kind of figured out when there was no arrest when she was found that more would be coming out once it was investigated, right? But I'm trying to understand. That is him. This was the boyfriend. That I hate to say it that way, but this is what they were calling him. Red Door Woman. I'm so happy you're here because I know that you were watching some of our lives. I'm a tribal member, different res. Our tribal counselor has talked about this, but the crimes happen off the res and involve different states. The FBI does not have jurisdiction over some tribes. Okay, so do you think Red Door Woman? Do you remember when he moved in? They both moved in to um to the res, right? They left the apartment, they moved into the res. He was gonna move like to his mom's house. They both did, Alicia and Eddie. Okay, they moved in there. Do you think that? And I think the res got like really concerned about the attention that they were receiving, right? So do you think that based on the child, sexual abuse, pornography charges, that Eddie would have like cooperated, like not Eddie, I'm sorry, that the res would have cooperated in making sure that they turned him in. I would think that that's the case because they didn't want this kind of attention in the res, right? So I don't know if maybe they cooperated and they said, yeah, go ahead. Because I thought they would have put maybe more of a different concern. Interesting. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. She ran away. He can say she was free to leave. He can say he didn't know her age, and she is going to agree. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm wondering if the res just kind of agreed and said, "Yeah, go ahead and arrest him because we don't stand with this child pornography and stuff." SW, if you're coming in, for those that are coming in late, so let me tell you, I just read the charging documents. Montana is going to be charging Eddie Davis, the identified boyfriend of Alicia Navarro, with child abuse charges. But I'm trying to understand if the charges are on the pornography that was found, or on Alicia Navarro, because I'm not hearing that there's charges for that situation. I could be wrong, but I'm not hearing it. That's what I'm hearing, but I don't know. This might be a charge to hold him while investigating him, right? Yeah, we just did it. We did it. So there's been an arrest. And it was the alleged boyfriend guy. Like, I hate to say it that way, but that's how he was identified in the media. I don't think it's her boyfriend. I think it's just somebody that maybe she has identified as such, and he's being held for a $1 million bond. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what else is being said, but let me go to the subreddit. Okay, mama. Yeah? This one? Here you go. Here you go, girl. Baby Bunny is like demanding. Okay. One sec, guys. Yes, 1 million, 1 million. Sorry about that. Thank you, Dr. Edward. Okay. Let's go to the subreddit real quick and shout out to the person that gave us a heads up about the subreddit. So this is what we have so far. Former lead detective in Alicia Navarro case reprimanded. When did this happen? Reprimanded? For what? When did this happen? See, this is new to me. It is quite unlikely the case that led to his reprimand was Alicia. Sorry, I got the trash guy coming by. Interesting story out of Glendale. Hold up, I just clicked the link. Violated policies. Lord have mercy. What? This must be a different detective. Not Snyder, right? I'm not hearing that that's Snyder. Hold up. Let's see what we're seeing here. Okay? I mean, the good news is that we got an arrest, right? That's the good news. Detective delays submitting search warrants in identifying missing juvenile case. No, yeah, because they were taking a long time to act upon it. Y'all remember we were like, what is going on? Glendale detective from Alicia Navarro case violated policies. Hold up. Do you guys think that could, I hope that doesn't hinder their criminal investigation based on that. Sorry, you guys. I'm going to try to mute this here. This stupid commercial. I truly, truly hope that is not the case. This was an article from October the 18th, and shout out to the person that on the chat that let me know about this Reddit subreddit. I had no idea about this. Lord have mercy. I hope this doesn't hold up.
Investigators who have learned the former lead detective in the Alicia Navarro missing teen case was reprimanded by the Glendale Police Department earlier this year for not submitting timely search warrant requests. ABC 15 investigator Melissa Blasey is obtaining the internal records showing what happened there. Melissa?
Katie, we received a letter of concern about Glendale detective Mario Sanchez through a public records request. The letter, dated May 8th, questioned his attentiveness to his duties, which is a big issue for any officer, but especially one tasked with finding endangered missing kids like Alicia Navarro. In 2019, when 14-year-old Alicia Navarro vanished from her Glendale home,
That is crazy.
Detective Mario Sanchez was the lead investigator, the main person for people to contact with tips to help find her. But she wasn't found for 4 years, not until she turned herself into a Montana police station this summer. Now an adult, she asked to no longer be considered a missing person. As for Detective Sanchez, this year he received a memo of concern for failure to properly complete an investigation and or make necessary reports and failure to obey a direct and lawful order.
We wanted to make sure, just like all of our employees, that we hold them accountable for their actions, and he was given internal discipline for not following orders and completing that investigation.
Glendale police say last November, Sanchez's supervisor ordered him to complete search warrants for follow-up in a case of a missing juvenile. Glendale police redacted that name of the...
What the hell? Because this, like, this could have really, really, really affected their case. I know, right? Thank you. You're the one that shared. Thank you so much for sharing the subreddit. I had no idea about this, and I've been following this story for a long time.
Juvenile, and the department won't say
my
whether or
God.
not it was Alicia Navarro. They do say the request involved phone records and computer activity from an IP address. But 71 days passed, and there were multiple promptings by a supervisor before Detective Sanchez managed to successfully submit the warrants in
OMG.
March, and they were approved by a judge. The memo said the delay slowed the investigation into an endangered missing person.
Were any of Detective Sanchez's other cases reviewed for other potential delays or errors?
We have good supervisors that are always reviewing their detectives' cases, both current and past. At this time, I'm not aware of any other investigations where we believe that there has been issues.
Glendale police say Detective Sanchez admitted to his deficiencies, and he continues to investigate missing persons cases.
I believe that we have good detectives who have good hearts and try and do their best to bring resolution to these families. And of course, we're not perfect, and we're always striving.
Listen. I can understand a typo in a report. I can understand maybe filing something wrong. I can understand, I don't know, something that would mess up a certain part of a case. But failure to follow up on a case such as this, where a youth has been missing for 4 years, there is no room for failure. Okay, no delay in tactics. Okay, and let me tell you something that I know of Arizona. Arizona people go freaking missing in Arizona a lot. Okay, they do. So for me, I just don't get it. Like it's almost like it's not their urgency. That is not somebody that I would want working on any kind of missing person case. Because if it's not an important part for you, I can understand you failed to file something. Great. But failing to report or omitting or deleting or subtracting is intentional in my part and should be removed. You should not be with any kind of, especially children, missing person, missing kids, anything like that. Sorry, not sorry.
To be better.
No.
A different detective is now in charge of the Alicia Navarro case. There have been no arrests related to her disappearance.
Now, this was
the Glendale Police Department would not say anything.
This was in October 18th. Okay, so clearly there's been an arrest as of yesterday. But just note that these are just some of the things that have been happening in this case.
About her case. However, we did talk to the county attorney about this case today.
We do not have a case yet from the Glendale Police Department. I have spoken personally with Chief Briggs from Glendale PD. The investigation is ongoing, as you can understand, with the multiple jurisdictions that are involved in the investigation. That's going to take some time, but I know they are working diligently on it.
So we will be continuing to follow up on the Alicia Navarro case to see if ultimately there will be any arrests there. I'm investigator Melissa Blasius, ABC 15, Arizona.
Now I'm wondering, did the arrest happen at the reservation? Hold up. I think it's, what is it? Is it Fort Belknap? Fort Belknap? Hold up. So, oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. I just typed in I don't think the arrest happened there. I could be wrong though. But I typed in Fort Belknap arrests and none of those came about. None of those came about. Hold up, y'all. Let's go back a little bit. That is crazy. I know. Yeah, it's in Montana. It's in Montana. He would have been fired on the spot, right, Daisy? He should have been fired on the spot. Kelly, we have 574 federal recognized tribes. It depends on the tribal government in the state and federal jurisdictions, right? But I remember, Red Door, when everybody in there was like, they were speaking to the press and they weren't too happy about having them there. Right, Daisy? Right. But, you know, knowing Mom, the little that I've talked to her, I just, okay, Mama, she just has such a good heart. Jessica Nunez has a good heart. I just don't see her. She's just happy that her kid is found. You know what I'm saying? Happy. Like, I just don't see her following up with anything like that. Why do people say that Alicia's mom is always up? I don't want to read that. I'm just happy to hear that she's okay. Eddie may have posted reviews on Yelp. Lord, I swear. Reddit is always off the chain. All the time. All the time. Hold up. He got away. Well, okay, Mama. I'm having to head out, but I'm so happy again to report there has been an arrest. Okay, that is the best part out of this. There has been an arrest. And I don't know where Alicia's at. We don't know that. The arrest happened yesterday. We just read the 8-page complaint. You can find that straight from the Montana District Attorney's Office, I think. Let me show you guys where, if you guys want to read it there yourselves. This is the page. This is all of it here. Okay. Okay, Mama. And the press release is this right here. Hold up. Hold up. Why is it not showing? Hold up. It's not showing it. Here it is. Right over here. This is where you can find all the details about the arrest and everything. See, this is just crazy. They were throwing cell phones away. They were hiding things. I mean, okay, Mama, we kind of knew that this was going to happen, okay? We kind of knew that this was going to happen. But I will see you guys later on. Make sure you're hitting that like button, please, and thank you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as we're reviewing this. Of course, we'll probably be live later on today. We're probably going to talk about this, but I also got some stuff going on with Chelsea Grimm and that situation. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Rabbits out. And thank you again for joining me. Glad to break this news on the YouTube. Bye, guys.